After being reborn, the boy set his sights directly on imperial power. That was because he could gain stat boosts from those who followed him. No matter how many personal followers one had, it could never compare to the power of an emperor who ruled an entire empire. Because of this, everything he did was focused on one goal: earning the emperor's favor. When a rebellion broke out in the territory, the crown prince suggested cutting off all food supplies, planning to surround the rebels and starve them into submission. Jack, however, chose a different approach. He only restricted the supply of fodder for war horses. This would greatly weaken the rebels' combat strength, while avoiding harm to innocent civilians. The wise decision immediately won the emperor's approval. On the spot, the emperor granted him a special reward, allowing him to add a sword to his family crest. The empire itself had been founded through force, and the sword was regarded as its most central symbol. Being permitted to bear a sword on one's crest represented the highest possible honor. For members of the royal family, honor and status had always gone hand in hand, and Jack knew exactly how to win people over. When a guard who had refused to join the rebellion arrived badly wounded to deliver intelligence, Jack immediately rewarded him with 1,000 gold coins. Even though Jack had already known about the uprising in advance, and the information brought nothing new, the guard's willingness to risk his life to report it was loyalty worthy of generous reward. It was precisely because of this unique way Jack treated people that his personal maid came to him that evening on her own initiative. She confessed that she had been bribed with 500 gold coins. The other party demanded that she find a way to make Jack take a sleeping drug, or they would take her life. However, Jack had once helped her mother and her hometown, so no matter what, she was unwilling to betray him. Jack immediately realized this was yet another rebel plot. He first rewarded the maid with 5,000 gold coins to repay her loyalty, then decided to play along with the enemy's plan. He would take the drug as instructed, and the maid only needed to report back to them. When Jack opened his eyes again, he found himself bound on a carriage, but he had already shrunk the water demon sword and hidden it inside his ear. After restoring the sword to its original form, he used the divine artifact ring on his hand to easily break free of his restraints. He had originally thought the rebels would take him to see their leader, but after reading the memories within the demon sword, he learned their true intentions. Jack immediately appeared before several rebels. They assumed the ropes had simply come loose and prepared to kill him on the spot, completely unaware of the gap in strength between them. Facing rebels who had already lost all value, Jack showed no hesitation and cut them all down. Meanwhile, the maid arrived at the scene with the guards. Although Jack had ordered her to hide and avoid danger, her overwhelming concern for his safety led her to report the attack to the soldiers anyway. As the soldiers were clearing the rebel corpses, a short dagger suddenly fell to the ground. Jack immediately ordered everyone to stop moving and retreat 10 steps back. He had sensed a powerful curse emanating from the dagger. After reading the caster's resentment bound to it, a bold plan formed in Jack's mind. He intended to use the resentment within the dagger as a coordinate, allowing the demon sword to remotely assassinate its owner. The next day, a battle report reached the imperial palace. The rebel leader had been killed on the spot by a pillar of water descending from the sky. After losing their leader, the fourth prince successfully led his army to suppress the rebellion. In recognition of Jack's achievement,